Hey everybody, this is eyeonstuff, and today I wanted to show you what I put together. I've been wanting to make this for a long time, and I had most of the parts for a very long time. And so let me show you what I have here. This is a front porch alarm or a front porch motion sensor. I wanted to build this to sense motion at the front door. Many of us are purchasing things online now and having it delivered to your front door or front porch. Since there are porch pirates out there, you want to be able to get your package before the porch pirates do. I purchased an RF switch. The one I have is a 4-channel switch. This is a receiver, and I created this circuit here to work with the little alarm system that I have. And this is the transmitter circuit here in the box. There are two types of sensors I'm working with. The first one is a microwave sensor or microwave proximity sensor. It uses Doppler radar technology. It works at about 3.1 or 3.2 gigahertz. It's very sensitive. I believe the range could be maybe 10 to 12 feet, and you can sense movement through doors, windows, walls, metal enclosures. So it's very sensitive. And I'm experimenting with this first at the front door. And since you can sense motion through walls and windows, I can mount it inside and I don't have to go outside and mount anything. The problem is it's so sensitive that it'll detect a large diameter of space. And if you have movement inside the house close by the door, then this might not work for you and you'll trigger it all the time. This is a PIR motion sensor. Both of these need power and ground, and they both have a 3.3 volt output. And this output tells you that there is motion present. So I'm first working with this here, the microwave sensor, to see if I can utilize this so I don't have to mount anything like this outside. Okay, first let's open up the box here and I'll show you what's in the transmitter box. Well, first I have a power switch here, and this little hole here, that's the power light. It's an LED indicator that tells you that the power is on. Ooh, let's see. Okay, here's the transmitter box. First I have 12 volt DC coming inside, and it's going to two buck converters, this one here and this buck converter here. I adjusted this buck converter to an output of 9 volts since this RF transmitter works off of 9 volts, and it's 4 channels and I'm only using 1 channel. The other buck converter is adjusted to 5 volts going into my Frankenstein relay circuit here. I'm using a microchip 12C508, and I'm basically using that as a timed latch. This connection here goes to the motion sensor. I have power, ground, and then I have the sensor line, and I only have a few lines of code in here. When this middle line goes high, the relay will latch for about 5 seconds, and then the relay will turn off. When the relay is latched, it will connect to this button here, transmitting a signal to the receiver. Okay, this is the receiver. Again, it's a 4-channel receiver. This is the circuit I made for the receiver. And so depending on what button you press on the transmitter, it will trigger one of these relays corresponding to the button you pressed. The white and purple wire That's where I tapped 5 volts from this circuit, and I'm using that 5 volts to power my circuit here. The brown and red wire is connected to one of these relays, and when the relay is activated from the transmitter, the microcontroller detects that trigger. Then it goes into an alarm loop. It will pulse this buzzer and turn on this LED, which will give you a visual and audio alert when there's motion at the front door. And this is a microchip 12F683, and it's a really short program, only a few lines of code. This button here is basically a reset for the microcontroller. I'm using the master clear reset pin, which is pin 4. You can pause it by pressing this button. It'll reset the microcontroller, and it'll go into a 1-minute pause, which will give the transmitter time to reset. I could use these 433 megahertz transmitter and receiver modules, but I decided to just stick with the RF switch that I purchased many years ago. Okay, I have everything powered on. Originally, I was going to use a PIR motion sensor, but I figured I'd try out the microwave sensor first, so I don't have to set this thing up outside. So you can see the microwave sensor at the top of the screen. Now I'm going to go ahead and reset the receiver to show you what happens after you power it on. After you power on the receiver, it'll go through a 1-minute timer, and then you'll hear a 2-second beep. That tells you that it's armed. So after a minute, you'll hear a 2-second tone from the receiver. Okay, that tone is from the receiver, and that tells you that it's armed. I've had some issues using the microwave sensor because I believe the high frequency is interfering with the transmitter, RF transmitter, and possibly my microcontroller. So if I make some movement, the microwave sensor should sense it. The receiver should turn on the alarm. If I press the reset button on the receiver, it should pause the alarm. It'll pause for about a minute, giving the transmitter time to reset. If there's still motion at the transmitter, then the receiver should still sound the alarm. Okay, from what I've heard, the antenna on this microwave sensor is on this side of the board. I think it's over here somewhere. And from my experimentation, it is more sensitive in detecting motion on this side of the board. So what I'm doing is I am going to tape this to my window near the front door, and this side is facing outward, and this side of the board is facing inside of the house. And that's how I'm going to test my front door motion sensor alarm. And if you have any experience in using this sensor, let me know in the comments and let me know how you use it. Okay, I'm going to deliver a box to this spot here, which is about 3 feet from my door and 3 feet to the window of where the microwave sensor is. Right. Hey, thanks for watching this quick video on my front porch motion alarm or front door motion alarm. It can detect motion through the window using a microwave sensor. I'm using it as a package delivery alarm system, and it'll help prevent my packages from being stolen by package thieves. Again, thanks for watching, and have a great day.